What was that? That's what thousands of Tucsonans have been asking since something created a huge boom last night. It rattled windows and rattled nerves. We sent 9 on Your Side's Craig Smith to solve the mystery. He's live at Tucson International Airport. And Craig, I understand you have just received a new development about this.
Yeah, and you know, the people at Luke Air Force Base up in the Phoenix area sure know how to spoil a good mystery. After initially denying it, now they have owned up to the idea that one of their aircraft produced the sonic boom that rattled so many windows here through the Tucson area last night. Now, we're out here at Tucson International because the Arizona Air National Guard flies F-16s in and out of here, and we checked with them and they were in the clear. They say they weren't flying any of their aircraft at the time of the boom last night. Davis-Monthan, the aircraft normally there, are not fast enough to produce sonic booms. So we had an interesting mystery on our hands, but now it seems we probably solved it. Now, in the clear light of day, the boom that shook the night is a booming topic of conversation. Denise Carrillo did not hear it, and she feels left out.
I heard about it on Facebook and then last night on the news, and I was, why didn't I get to hear this? I missed it. You know, people's houses shook and I didn't hear anything. I didn't feel anything.
Susan Beck did hear it.
We heard a big sort of thud and shudder and our windows shook.
But she can do more than just say, what was that? She's a professor in U of A's Geosciences department, so she can check it out on the seismograph normally used to measure earthquakes. The usual suspects on this sort of thing would be supersonic aircraft, blasting at the mines. What does this tell you about where it may have come from?
Well, it tells me that it was probably close by, but it definitely was not an earthquake. Earthquakes have a very different signal than this.
She cannot say for sure it was a sonic boom, but says it does look like something that happened in the air. There was a lot of glass damage last April when a pilot practicing for the Davis-Monthan Air Show pushed a little too hard. Compare the reading for last night to the reading from last year's sonic boom, and Susan Beck does see some similarities. But we checked with everyone we know who flies supersonic planes around here. They all say they were not flying last night. Is it possible if no one owns up to this, we may just never know?
I suspect that's the case, because with one record, it would be hard to figure out the source. If it was something recorded on multiple seismic stations, then it's possible to sort of figure out the direction it's coming from.
But now we know that we were on the right track with all that. The seismographs were putting us in the right direction. We do know, based on the admission from Luke Air Force Base, that yes, indeed, it was a sonic boom from an aircraft that flew out of that air base. Now, usually in cases like this, in the case we had here in Tucson, the Air Force sent out investigators and sort of accident adjusters that paid about $22,000 in damages to the people who had damages from that incident. In this particular case, we have heard of nothing more than rattled nerves, so there still will probably be some sort of investigation because the Air Force does not allow aircraft to go supersonic except over specialized military airspace like you have out at the Goldwater Range, much farther west from here. Guy.
All right, Craig, mystery solved. Thank you.